Hello, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel, CAROLYNELLEPRISMS. Today, we're making a wedding card. So, to get this card going, I use the colors Seafoam and I use Whisper White. And we are using all these products. And we are also heat embossing the little butterflies. So, let's get started. I've cut a piece of Seafoam, 8 by 5.5, scored it at 4 1/4. Now I'm going to fold this, burnish it. All right, then I'm going to take my piece 5 1/4 by 4 inches. I'm going to run it through the big shot with my rectangular stitch framelets. This is the largest one, and it'll give it a nice edge. Ran this through my big shot to get a nice stitched edge. I think it looks nice being a wedding card. Now we're going to give it a little bit more texture with our Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. I'm going to run this through my big shot again, but I'm going to spray it with some white frost mixed with some alcohol before I do that, and I'll give it a nice shimmer. I ran this through my big shot after spraying it. I'm just waiting for it to dry. And while I do that, I'm going to run the Seafoam. It's 2 inches by 4 through the big shot. And I'm using my Country Floral embossing folder. I ran this through and this is how it looks. I think it looks really, really pretty. And if you look, you can see a little bit of a shimmer from my frost spray that I made. Now I'm going to take some Whisper White pieces I have. I'm going to run these through my big shot. This is from my Delicate Lace Edgelits. I'm going to have 2 pieces, and they will go on each side of our Seafoam strip. These have been run through the big shot, and now I'm going to attach them to my Seafoam piece. Alright, so I will be gluing that with my Tombow. And if you look really close at this little edgelet, you can see little hearts all along here, and I thought it'd be perfect for a wedding card because it's 2 hearts coming together. I'm putting dimensionals on the back of this because I want to give it a bit of a boost when I get my card all together. So this will be ready to go when I need it. Then I'm going to work on some leaves and a butterfly using my vellum paper. In green, I'm going to put another couple in here because this is a big piece and I don't want it sagging. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to glue. This is dry now because I sprayed it with alcohol. It's all nice and dry. I'm going to use my Tombow. I'm going to put this on here. So here's my green vellum I'm using, and I'm using Poppy Moments dies. And I'm going to cut some leaves out. So I just came back from my big shot, and I got all my leaves all cut out. All right, now I want to bring a little butterfly element into my card. I'm using my Vellum Peach color paper, and I'm using my little butterfly from Butterfly Gala. And I'm going to put some vellum on here, punch him in, and then I'm going to put some white embossing on him and heat emboss. Just came back from heat embossing the little butterflies. Look at that, aren't they cute? So now I'm going to use my dual butterfly punch. I'm going to punch this out, this cute little guy. And then I'm going to take another one and do another one, just in case. You never know, you might want to. So now I'm going to take my rectangle stitch framelet, one of the smaller ones, and I'm going to first of all stamp congratulations. This stamp set is called Special Celebrations, and I'm just going to stamp this in Momentum Black on here and then put it on through my Big Shot and cut it out. Just came back from the Big Shot. Now I'm going to start gluing my leaves, and then I'll get my little butterflies on. So I just finished gluing my leaves on. I'm going to place my little butterflies on soon. I think I'm going to use dimensionals for that. But one thing I just wanted to point out, right here, there's a little bit of a black mark. And it happens. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. Things happen. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you later on how I'm going to fix that. So I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this because I think I want it up a little higher. Yep. All right. So I will do that. Okay, I've got a little mini dimensional on the back of my little butterfly. And I'm going to bend the wings up just a little bit to make it look like he's actually flying. There we go. So now I think I'm ready to attach this part of my card onto the base. Yep. And I already put dimensionals on the back of this because I want it to be a little bit lifted. Give it some wow to the card. I want to adhere my bow onto my card. So I'm going to do that by using mini glue dots. And all you do is get that. I'm going to put a couple on just so it doesn't fall off. There we go. Put it right there. There. Okay, I think the front of my card is done. So now I'm going to work on the inside. I decided I would like a little bit of shine on my butterflies. So I'm taking my Wink of Stella and giving them a little bit more sparkle. I think that's... I decided for the inside of my card that I would use some sea foam, and I cut my frame out because it is a wedding card and it should be special. Using my rectangle stitch frameless, this is the largest one, and then I use the third largest one to make my frame. Now this is a great die set to have. They have all the different sizes of squares, long ones, and a nice shorter rectangular one. Super to use. I've used them several times. Now the inside of the card is 5 by 3.5 inches. And I'm going to glue this on to my white cardstock. But first I want to stamp my sentiment in. So I stamped the inside of my card from our Special Celebrations stamp set. Hope your day brings just what it should, happiness, health, and everything good. Now I'm going to glue my frame on top. So I thought I'd add a little bit more interest to the inside of my card. I'm using PIZZAZZ. It's a nice soft green color. There we go, a little bit here, just to give it some interest. Maybe a little bit more up here. And a bit more here. All right, I'm using this stamp set, Wonderful Romance. I'm just using the one little leaf stamp, just for the inside of my card. All right, so now I will glue my frame on. I glued my frame on to the inside of my card, and I had an extra leaf, so I thought I'd just glue it on the frame. I think it gives it a little bit more oomph. All right, so now I'm going to glue this to the inside of my card, and then we're going to put some embellishments on the front, and that wraps it up for this card. Here we go. There. Let it press in. There. I like that. Remember, I said I wanted to cover that little black piece of ink that got on my little label. So I'm going to take my little pearl and put it right there. And it's gone. So I'm going to add a few more pearls on. I'm going to put one up here. I'm going to put another one. Maybe down here. I think I want a few more. Because this is a wedding card and it should be pretty. Put a bigger one here. At least I got 4. I should probably do one more. All right. There we go. I think that wraps it up for this card. So that's it for today's card. Thank you so much for spending some time with me on my YouTube channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We put videos out every Friday. So you guys have a great weekend and we'll see you soon.